Working is for fucking stupid idiots. And I'm not an idiot. So I don't want to work.
So the next segment is one that we call Keith and Carl Become Friends.
My favorite.
My favorite too. So Carl and I have known each other for over 4 years now.
Yeah.
But we don't really know each other. I'd sit like 6 feet from each other at work, walk by each other, done some cool stuff, some fun projects in the past. But
yeah,
when it comes down to it, like I don't know you and you don't know me. So
and we're relatively the same age.
We are.
Same time, partly, in our career.
Yep.
A lot of similar experiences growing up as far as just the time that we grew up, right? So
Totally.
in 80s and 90s.
Interests.
But
sports and all that.
Completely different people today outside of work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's one of the fun parts of starting a podcast, talking about some fun things, but also getting to know each other in the process. And as we're finding out, like the show becomes more and more about that because there's a ton of stuff I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Maybe some stuff I don't want to know about you, but this is one of the
stories run deep.
Yeah. So over this season's episode,
stories you don't
want to know about. This
me.
has been one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, it's been great.
For sure. So each episode, we ask each other one question that the other person does not know is coming. So my question for you this week, Carl.
All right.
Celebrity childhood crush.
Celebrity childhood crush.
As a child, I should have said childhood celebrity crush, and you don't have a crush on.
What do you mean as far as
when you were a kid?
Yeah.
What celebrity did you have a crush on? Who did you have a crush on?
I think the one that sticks out the most.
There's a few of them, and it could be like when you're from like really little all the way up to a teenager. Like who is that first one?
I would say the one that I've talked the most about.
So there's a secret one.
Well, yeah, I mean, my wife would know this one. It's Alicia Keys.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know. I think she's sexy as shit, but I also think that like I always like imagined her playing the piano like at the end of the bed and singing to me, and I'm like, all right, that'd be sweet.
So what age is this?
I have no idea.
So that's like Alicia Keys. That's like high school, right?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Early high school. High school sometime, yeah.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I didn't have a lot of crushes growing up when I was younger than that.
So, yeah. Mine was, you ever seen the movie Howard the Duck?
Yeah.
So Leah Thompson.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, for good reasons, like 1986 or something.
Oh my God.
Leah Thompson, she was also in Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
But she played, for anyone who doesn't know, Howard the Duck's a ridiculous movie from the 80s where this duck from another world comes to Earth and befriends this rocker, Leah Thompson, who she was super hot.
Yeah.
And I was like 5 or 6, and I just remember like that was the very first moment where I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here, but I'm for it.
Sure.
And I was just very confused about the whole thing, but I knew life was going to be different for me after seeing that movie.
That's hilarious.
So that was like a very, so I wouldn't like say like crush super, but like for a year or two, and then like Back to the Future. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was.
No, it's funny. Now that I've had a little bit more time to think about it, I think one of the first ones that I also had, which you might know, would be Kelly Kapowski. Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Oh, that was a lot of people too.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was all over the airwaves.
Yeah.
She was always the one that the superstar or the slick kid was always trying to date. It was just hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good.
My other one was Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like high school. She was like a little shy, a little girl next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
That's fun. That was a good question.
Yeah, I don't want to take this to a very weird place, which this could easily go to.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
We'll kind of leave it there.
So my question for you is you've recently moved into this place, right? You spent a short amount of time at your old place, and prior to that, I think you were out in China, and I know that you like to travel. You've been to, I don't know, countless countries, I'm sure. I'm sure your passbook is stamped full. But if you were to be locked down and you were to think about where would you want to stay, like your forever place, right? If you could ever have that place, what would be your forever place that you would be locked down
Ooh, that's a great question.
forever?
So I would say it's tough because it'd probably be seasonal.
Sure.
So I definitely think like Montana, Glacier National Park area, somewhere you could go forever, but the seasons would kill you.
Right.
It's like great. It's like my favorite place in the world for like 5 months of the year, but probably like forever. I do think probably like Costa Rica, because again, you have like 3-4 months of the year that are rainy and shitty, but the other months, like you can totally spend it outside.
How many times have you been to Costa Rica?
Only twice.
Twice.
Yeah, but it's just there's a lot of activity there.
Yeah.
Like you can go surfing, you can go swimming, you can do yoga, you can go running. It's just a very active place. A lot of hiking.
Yeah.
Also like small farms. Just like there's good day-to-day activity. It's a super healthy place.
Sure.
So I think it's somewhere you could stay forever and like be healthy.
Yeah.
It's like a balance of social and be on your own. Like Montana's great, but that's more of a you're rolling solo for the
Right.
long haul. But I think it's the balance of like nature, community, health. But yeah, the rainy season would be a little brutal
Yeah.
when everything like stinks and is moldy
Sure.
or whatnot. But yeah. What about you?
Yeah. I think, and I've never been to this place. And so all I know of it is of pictures or documentaries, but I would love to live in like a small village in Norway that was basically on one of like the tips of the fjords
Oh yeah,
with, like in a old red painted house.
this is very vivid. You have
Yeah.
this picture in your head.
I do, with like the white trim and the dirt roads everywhere, so wherever you go, you walk or you ride a bike and you just kick up dust everywhere. And you can,
Is this a movie?
I don't know, you can get on a little fishing boat if you want, but as you look out onto the lake, it's, kind of this teal blue, like serene color that you can't believe it's actually real. And then you see the green as it goes up, and it's really steep, sharp sides.
This is definitely a painting
And it would be,
you've seen before.
I know I've seen this picture. I've seen something in this way, but and you go down for coffee or you go to the pub and everyone knows you, and you're eating fish and you're out there on the water, and then when it snows, you're doing whatever you do when it snows. Like, I feel like we're pretty acclimated to snow here anyway. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like that
Are
to
there-
me would be like my ideal.
Are there neighbors? Like,
Oh yeah, neighbors, yeah, close by, but there's probably chickens running around. Like everyone's making their own, eggs and stuff.
What do you do?
and-
Are you a farmer?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you a shepherd?
I think
You're a fisherman?
fisherman would be fine, but that's almost too cliche for me.
Yeah, that's true.
But I wouldn't mind doing something with my hands. Getting physical,
Woodworker,
I don't know. Sure.
fence post
Yeah.
maker
Yeah.
for all the neighbors.
Gunsmith. I don't know.
Guns. If there's not that many neighbors, I don't know how many guns you're making or what you're doing to them.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nice.
You
I
know.
could see you doing that. Yeah, I mean, I could easily find. I think a lot of people think about that like serene, slower pace life. Like I think that's why we're both friends, because we have that little bit of vision. Like that slower pace of life is ideal.
Because I think, like, for me, when you ask what would you do, that's not even in like my scenario. The fact,
No, I'm not working in mine at all.
see, exactly, like
No,
that's
hell
the
no.
whole fun of it.
Employment does not come into
Yeah,
this picture. I'm
yeah.
broke as shit.
It's not, yeah, it's not being locked down and then your job. It's
Yeah.
being, I think that's a good point. It's if you could just be anywhere and just
Yeah.
hang out and do what you wanted to do,
Yeah.
and not
That's
have
the
to worry
thing.
about.
Like you have to have work go into that, unless somehow we become wealthy.
Yeah. Not in today's stock market.